Hi guys, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Toby, and I got laid off from my job at a job I had been at for 25 years, 2 years ago at the age of 60. I was trying to do a live yesterday and TikTok caught me doing it while driving, so I decided to do a video instead, and I'll post this probably on YouTube. So I got banned from doing lives on TikTok for 24 hours. But I wanted to start by saying that it is so important to save money for retirement. That's my PSA for the day. And if you're in your 20s, 30s, or 40s, if you have not started saving, I'm not going to look at the camera because I'm driving, so don't expect me to look at the camera unless I stop. All right, so if you're in your 20s, 30s, or 40s, it is so important that you start saving now, especially if you're in your 20s. I waited until I was 35, and then at 60, I didn't have enough money, to retire. So I found a side hustle that's helping people in my community make $5,000, $10,000, even $20,000 a month. So I want to tell you a little bit about it, but first I kind of want to tell you why it's so important to save for so many reasons. But the first is that think about what you want. I want you to focus on, envision, this is it. That's what I'm trying to say. I want you to envision what you want your retirement to look like, no matter how old you are. I mean, if you're already retired and you have plenty of money, you don't need to watch this video. But if you are in retirement and need money, or if you were thinking about retiring and don't have enough money, or if you haven't even started thinking about retirement yet, pay attention, please. So first, envision what you want your retirement to look like. I mean, really what you want it to look like. And don't money it down. Make it what you want it to really look like. So for me and my partner, we want to move to South Carolina, and we want to move into a 55 and over community. And the community we want to move into has 6 outdoor pools, tennis courts, bocce ball, thank you, bocce ball, pickleball, any softball. He's a huge softball player, so they have a big softball league there, which is really great, hopefully. And they have clubs. They have about 200 different clubs that you can join. So there's so much to do there. I mean, if you're bored there, it's because you're boring. So this is what we are looking forward to doing, is moving down to South Carolina to this wonderful community. But after I got laid off, my partner was still working. He's now 68. So at the time he was 66 and I was 60, and we just didn't have enough money. He wasn't ready to retire yet, and we didn't have enough money to move. If we did, I probably could have talked him into it, but we didn't. So, I looked around for another job because I was unemployed, and I applied to thousands of jobs, and I probably got about 10 rejections, and the rest I didn't hear anything from, which really kind of sucks. As I said, I was worked at my company for 25 years, and I was in the industry for 35 years, and I was really good at what I did. So after that, I did work temporarily for another company in the same industry for 3 months while somebody was on maternity, which was great. They let me work from home, and it really worked out nicely. But when she came back, the job wasn't right, which is fine because it made me realize that I don't want to work a 9 to 5 anymore. I'm tired. I've been working since I was 14, working full-time since I was out of high school. I didn't go to college, so I've literally been working my whole life. And I'm tired, and I don't want to do a 9 to 5 anymore. So I decided that I wanted to start looking online for something. Because again, I didn't have enough money to retire, which was the whole crux of this video, is that if you don't have enough money to fund that vision that I just had you create in your mind, you need to do something. So I found this community, and it's amazing. And it is a community of 53,000 people. And it's a community on School. I don't know if you know what School is, but it's an app that allows you to connect with other people, and it's got all our classroom videos in it. All the training videos are in there, and it's got like a texting thing where you can talk to other members of the community, which is amazing. And like I said, over 53,000 people are in our community, and only 14,000 of them are in the U.S. So that leaves billions of people in the U.S. who really could still get into this business, and really should, because I'm selling digital marketing products. I'm promoting 4 digital marketing products, and these products are amazing. But let me tell you a little bit more about why, and then I'll tell you more about the product. But another reason at the moment why I'm driving, since I'm not working, why I'm driving is because I am driving to the hospital, which is about a half an hour away from me. And I'm driving to the hospital because my boyfriend has cancer. Now, we found out about probably a month ago, maybe a little less. It's July 1st, no, a little more. He decided he was going to retire, and he didn't really tell me, he just did it, which is fine because we'd been talking about it for ages. So I was happy he finally did it. But he did it in a very strange way. It was a Sunday night, and he decided he was staying home on Monday, and he texted his boss and now, mind you, my boyfriend had never taken a sick day, and I think he stayed home with COVID once because he had to, but because he wasn't allowed back in the office at that point. But because they worked straight through, they didn't take time off. I worked from home for 2 years when I had COVID. They were in the office every day. So he told me he was staying home on a Monday. I was like, okay. I didn't really ask why. He's allowed. So then on Monday night, I said something about, it's going to be lonely here without you here tomorrow. And he goes, oh, well, I think I'm going to stay home tomorrow too. And I said, okay. And I was a little concerned because he didn't like using vacation days so early in the year. It was really not like him to do that. And we had already been away. We took 3 days and we went down to stay at that retirement community to see if we liked it. And when we realized we really loved it. So then on Tuesday night, he let me know that he texted his manager and said that he was resigning, which kind of threw me, but I was happy because it's what I wanted. So we started talking about what we were going to do. And, I kind of just let him, he's somebody who needs to process things. So I kind of just let him process for a while. And then all of a sudden, he said to me that I kept saying what a lot. I kept saying what. I couldn't understand what he was saying. And I all of a sudden realized, he kept saying, what is wrong with your ears? Why can't you hear me? And then I realized he was mumbling. It wasn't me, it was him. He was mumbling, and I could not understand him. So we went to the doctor, and the doctor says he has tongue cancer. Now, this is 2 weeks after he retires, guys. So please, you will want to retire early. You will need the money to be able to do it. Make sure you have it available. It's really important. I started saving at 35, and the only reason I did that was because a boss I had at the time was an accountant and told me how important it was. And that's why I started doing it. I think in our era, we grew up, I'm 62 now, we grew up being told that we go to a 9-to-5, the job takes care of you, you stay at that job, and then you get a pension, and they'll take care of you. And then you have Medicare, and all that stuff works out for you. And so we were never really told we had to save for retirement. I was never really told that I needed to start saving money. So I didn't. And things slowly changed while I was growing up. People started switching jobs more frequently. Back in the day, you never changed your job. But when I started working, you did start changing. And So I would change a job and I would have a pension from my first job, but it wouldn't be a lot of money at that point because I was there for 2 years, 3 years. So I would get like $1,000 or something in my pension, and instead of rolling that over, which is what I should have done, I took the money out thinking, yay, I have $1,000 to spend. I'm 25, that's great, right? Don't do that. You won't miss that money because you don't know it's there. Talk to somebody and invest it somehow. Do not take the money, because that $1,000 will compound and be thousands of dollars by the time you're ready to retire. So that's what happened to us. And because we were so used to a pension, all of a sudden we changed to a 401k, which is a little different than a pension. You contribute to it, and a lot of times your boss will contribute as well, your company, whoever you work for. And if they do, let me just say, it is imperative that you put in as much as they're matching. At my company, they started matching at, I think it was 6%, 100% at 6%. So every 6% I put in, they put another 6% for free. Guys, that is free money. You have got to make sure that you put in as much as your company matches. And then I would increase that by 5%, and that you're putting in. And then every year increase it by 1%. And if you start young enough, by the time you want to retire, you'll be able to. So that's what I did, but I started at 35. And when I was 59, I had almost $500,000 saved, which sounds like a lot of money. And it is a lot of money, but it's not a lot of money to retire on. It's not enough money to live the retirement lifestyle that we want to live. So I invested that with a brokerage firm, and they actually did really well for me. We had some really good years. And so by the time I had been laid off and really started thinking about retiring, I had about $600,000 or $700,000. Again, still not enough to retire. So when Doug got sick, actually right before Doug got sick, I realized that I wanted to find something online. I was thinking of doing like a 9-to-5, but online, working from home. And then I found this system. This system, it's the Legacy Builder system, it's called. And it was founded by a woman named Michelle O'Neill. And Michelle had been doing network marketing. And she was expecting a $7,000 a month. And they called them all in on a Zoom call, and they were all really excited. And this was back in 22. They were all really excited, thinking they were getting bonuses. And then they were told that they were restructuring the commission strategy. So they were changing their commissions. Her $7,000 a month she was expecting became a $3,000 a month. So she realized at that point she needed to do something different. So in September of 22, Michelle found this system and she purchased it, because that's what you do. You purchase these products. She bought the master resale rights, the MRR, the master resale rights to these. There were 3 products at the time, and she turned it into this 53,000 person community. And they are amazing products. She has since added a 4th. And let me tell you what's amazing about it. So first, you make a one-time investment. That's it. And our best-selling product is $900. So, and you're purchasing the products. So our products are $100, $300, $600, and $900. Now, I purchased the $900, and that gives me all 4 products to promote. If you purchase the $600, you get the $600, the $300, and the $100 to promote. If you purchase the $300, you get the $300 and the $100. If you purchase the $100, you only get the $100 to promote. I decided to go for the $900. First off, because it was the highest ticket item, so it would help me make money quicker. And it's our best-selling product. And you have to work just as hard to sell the $900 product as you do the $100 product. So for me, it was a no-brainer. Now, I didn't really have the $900 to throw away. So for me, it was an important decision to make whether or not I wanted to do it. Now, we do have installment plans. And right now on my account, if you go to my account, it's Legacy Builders with Tobey, TOBEY.com. If you go to my website, put in your email, you will get an email back. It will have a video from Michelle telling her story and explaining a little about the system. And then immediately you'll receive another video. In the second email, it will break down all the different products and tell you what they have in them and tell you how much they are and blah, blah, blah. So, and this costs you nothing to look at that. So just know that if you go to my website, put your email in, it won't cost you anything to look at this information. It's truly mind-blowing information and really a brilliant system. So I encourage everybody to just go in and at least look at it. And you will receive emails from me going forward. But if you don't want them, just unsubscribe. I'm fine with that. But I am really trying to help as many people be able to retire when they're ready as I can, because that's really what this is all about. And since it's early in July, my goal is to help 12 people make $10,000 this month, because that's my goal, is to make $10,000. And I'd love to bring you along with me. So more about the system. This system, it's a one-time investment, like I said. I paid $900. Now, if your first sale is another $900 sale, you're already in profit mode. Anything you make after that is yours, because this system pays 100% profit. 100%. Can you think of any other jobs that you could do where you make 100% profit without there are no monthly fees? It's a one-time investment, and you can sell this product over and over and over again because you own it. You purchased it. And that is what sold me on this system, is when I heard about that nobody takes a portion of it. It's not an MLM, so there are no up lines or down lines, and nobody gets any of my profit. And I call it a profit, not a commission, because it's not a commission. It's not part of the cost. Nobody gets any of this money. It's all yours. So you make 100% of everything you sell. So once you make your first sale, you can be in profit mode. People are having $900 days, guys. They are making $900 a day. And it's passive income, because this is a video. You're not watching this live, and you're not going to go purchase it right now. So you're going to watch the video, go look at it, and then decide to buy. So it's passive income. So I'm not working my butt off all day to try to sell you something. I'm not live on TikTok and saying you've got to buy it now. It's gonna go. It doesn't work that way. It's passive. You're seeing this video after I've made it, and that's what happens. Most of my videos are in TikTok right now, but as I was saying earlier, I got banned for 24 hours from doing a live TikTok because I did it while I was driving yesterday on my way home from the hospital. But I kind of like this idea. I'm gonna start doing this the rest of my drives to and from the hospital, and I'm gonna post them on YouTube. And I'll take clips of it and post it on Facebook or on TikTok. But so no monthly fees, because there's no physical. You are selling digital products. I purchased 4 digital products that I didn't make. Somebody else made them. So you don't even have to make the products. And guys, there are people now. Since I was talking about passive income, let's talk about that a little bit more. We had somebody in our community who went on vacation. Her name's Christina. Christina went on vacation with her family. She's a young mom of, I think, 2 boys, not positive. And she turned off her phone. She just needed some family time and just didn't want to be on her phone at all, so she turned it off. She got home from vacation and she had made $4,800. The woman I purchased from, Ashley made $1,800 while she was taking a nap with her 2-year-old. People are making money when they're not even on their phone. And guys, good money, not just, $50 here, or, think about that $900 sale that we get, right? I make a $900 sale. It takes one person to purchase, one customer. But if you're selling exercise equipment, for example, and there's an $80 piece of exercise equipment, and you get a commission because you're an affiliate for that. You get a commission, or it's an MLM. I don't know how they work, but so say you get a 50% commission. I don't know what any of those commissions are. I've never done any of them. But so say you get 50% commission, so you make $40 on every sale. You have to sell 22 and a half of those pieces of equipment to equal my $900. To make up my $900, you have to sell 23 of them basically to get my $900 that I get with one sale. So, and if you're somebody who's not selling a higher ticket item, think if you're somebody who's selling a lipstick and you make $9 commission, right? You have to sell 100 lipsticks to make my $900 because you're only making a $9 commission. Guys, this is a no-brainer. You might have less sales, but you don't need as many. Now, I was telling you about Michelle, who started this business back in September of 22. Michelle has now made $6 million since September of 22. That blows me away. We have, I think it's 10 millionaires in the community right now. In South Africa, we have a huge contingent in South Africa. We have, I think it's we have 10 South African millionaires. We have multiple millionaires in the US. I'm not sure exactly how many. And we have over 100 six-figure income earners right now. Over 100. And it's just what you put into it. Whatever you put into it is what you're going to get out of it, right? So you've got to have a goal in mind. And once you have your goal in mind, you can start making money. And you will start making your investment back, and then everything else is just commission. Straight commission. Guys, this is, profit. It's 100% profit, straight profit. And the other amazing part of this system is it's fully automated. This system is fully automated, so all I have to do is 3 pieces of content a day, do a 5 to 10 minute training video, and go live for an hour, which I can't do today, which is why I'm doing this. So, and that's all you have to do. Those are your income earning activities that you do for the day. And I'm not working, so I still do a little more training. I'm going through the programs. The program has, if you do the $900, the 4 products, you end up getting about 200 different modules of training. And there are live trainings. We have Zoom calls. There are probably 2 or 3 Zoom calls a week that you can join. Everything is taped, so it's all replayed. So if you can't make a call, but you want to hear what it's all about, you can watch it later on. And we have a whole mindset section. There are 2 mindset coaches that do a whole mindset, because you kind of really need to change your mindset for this, especially if you've been doing affiliate marketing or network marketing, because now, this is your business, guys. You own it. Like, I don't have to ask anybody if it's okay for me to take the day off and go spend the day with Doug. I get to go because it's my business, and I choose when I work and what I do. And it's only a 2-hour workday. You take the 2 hours to make your 3 videos, watch some training, and go live for an hour. That's your 2-hour workday. Guys, this system is a no-brainer, and you can upgrade. So if you can't afford the $900, start at a lower price and upgrade. If you upgrade within 30 days, you only have to pay the difference between the prices. And if you wait, you have to pay full price. But guys, I can't say it enough. This system, is the best system I have ever seen. It is a brilliant module. And I believe that this is, the 2020, the job of 2020-25 is digital marketing and digital products, because you can sell a digital product over and over again, right? So I hope everybody knows what digital marketing and digital products are. Digital marketing is marketing anything online, be it physical or digital. Digital products are products that are in the internet, it's not a physical product you can hold unless you print it out, and you can print out pieces of this. So you're selling digital products that you can sell over and over and over again. We have people who have made $500,000 in 18 months, a couple of people. We have, there are so many amazing stories, but I'm going to close this now because I'm about to pull into the garage. I'm going to say, go to my website, legacybuilderswithtobey, TOBEY.com, and put in your email. It doesn't cost you anything, and you'll get all this amazing information. And if it's not for you, just unsubscribe. No big deal. I won't be hurt. But I urge you to do this, especially if you need money for retirement. All right, guys, I'm going to come back with a part 2 on my way home. But for now, I'll see you later. And guys, expect the most. Expect the most from the system, because that's what you're going to get. Expect the most.